This video is going to do a few problems off of Unit 4 review. So let's check out 3 of the problems. Number 4, it says the table below represents the balance of a gift card after Tanya purchased some large cups of coffee. The price of each cup of coffee is the same at each purchase. So when 4 cups of coffee had been purchased, there were only $37 left. And then it keeps going. And after purchasing 15 cups of coffee, there were only $4 left on the gift card. So the question is, how much was on the gift card before Tanya started purchasing coffee? Then what was the cost of each cup? So basically, this is a real life situation for slope and y-intercept. So if it says what was the cost of each cup, that's the same thing as calculating the slope. Okay, and to find slope, we do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Then you can pick any of the pairs in the table. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to pick the first 2, and I'm going to label them. Your first pair would be x1 and y1. Then your next one would be x2 and y2. So when I set this up, I'm going to take 28 minus 37 and 7 minus 4. If I can come back down here, I'll go over and do that. It was, let's just double check it one more time. 28 minus 37. 28 minus 37, and then 7 minus 4. So 7 minus 4 is 3, and that's positive. 28 minus 37 is negative 9. Then if I simplify that, it means negative 3. Okay, so in a real life situation, what this means is I'm going to spend $3 per cup. Okay, which also means the slope for this real life situation is 3. So now when I look over at my answer choices, the first one says she paid $3 a cup. Then the second one, she paid 4, she paid 3, she paid 4. So the ones that are telling me that she paid $4 per cup, I know now that's wrong. Okay, the other thing that this question was asking for was how much was on the gift card originally, how much was on the gift card before she started purchasing. So this is your starting amount. And that means when x is 0, what is y? Which also is y-intercept in math. But in real life, the starting amount, or when x is 0, the value of y is y-intercept. This table, when you look at it, the first value we have for x is 4. But I could go backwards and I could determine what was the value of x, or when x was 0, what was y. Let's see. If I extend my table out and I said 3 cups, 2 cups, 1 cup, 0 cups. Right here's where I'm looking for, okay? We just said that each cup of coffee was 3. So if I had purchased 4 and I had 37 now, before I spent those $3 and I back up, I would add 3 more onto that. So 37 plus 3 is what I would do to figure out this part. 37 plus 3, that's 40. And then I would do 40 plus 3 to get the value before 2 cups were purchased. And then for 1 cup, I would add 3 more. So then 43 plus 3 is 46. And then to get this value that I want, I would add 46 plus 3 and get 49. So the y-intercept, or the starting amount on the gift card, was $49, which is what A says. So starting with 53 was wrong. Okay, next question says two right triangles shown below are similar. Which diagram shows below does not represent how the triangles A and B could be placed so that the line opposite the right angle represents the same slope. So rise and run are always the two lines that are connected by the right angle. So I have rise and run, and I know that because they're connected with this right angle. Okay, so on this triangle, here's one of the sides. Here's one of the sides that's connected with the right angle. So I know for sure those are my rise and run. Now, it's saying the line that's opposite is supposed to be the slope. And we want to pick the picture that does not have the slope going on the same line. So what I would do, again, it says which one does not have the same slope. Okay, the slope in this picture is my green line because it's the slanted one that's connected by the two rise and run lines. So I'm going to just come down here and I'm going to trace over my rise and run. So if you find the right angle, I trace over the rise and run, trace over the rise and run. Then the line that's connected between those two, is it going in the same direction? So for this one is, oops, let's go back to pen. Yes, this one does have the same slope. So I would not want to pick that one. Then I would go to another question, answer choice, and I would trace over the rise and run. And I know it's the rise and run because it's connected right here with the right angle line. And then the other triangle, there's my rise and run. The line that is connecting between, that would be my slopes. So on this one again, I would say, yes, this one has the same slope. But it's not wanting me to pick that one. So you have to look at the last two examples and figure out which diagram does not have the slope going on the same line. The last question we're going to look at, number 13, it says, the two lines graphed on the coordinate grid each represent an equation. So we've already graphed lines. So this would be one equation, this would be one equation. Which ordered pair represents a solution to both equations? And we haven't done this in class yet, but basically what this means when it says which ordered pair represents a solution to both equations, this just simply wants to know where do they intersect. Because at that one point, it's part of both lines. Not where do they intersect. Where do they intersect? Where do they intersect? So if you just zoom in on your graph, this one little dot right here where they intersect, if you write down the coordinates of that one space, it's the only spot that's shared by both lines. That's what this is referring to. So look in your answer choices and find which one of those completes both lines where they intersect.